Sorry for the length of the video, but there's a lot to say. The Stockfather has always said I will be non-political. However, when a political party talks about doing something that's going to hurt you, I'm going to talk against it. So hear me out till the end. Don't know if you noticed already, and I don't know if this sits well with you, but hear me out till the end. I took notes. I wanted to make sure I didn't screw any of this up. Kamala is proposing raising corporate tax rates to 28%. That means if she gets this passed, that 28% is going to be passed on to you and I, causing inflation because, hey, I'm self-employed. You raise my taxes, I raise my customers' costs. It's just a known factor. So that's a bad idea. Not to mention it makes our companies completely non-competitive compared to most of the companies in the world, since we are one of the highest taxed countries in the world. Number two, raise the capital gains tax to 44.6%. For those that don't understand what that means, let's suppose you make a $10,000 gain in the stock market. They want you to pay $4,460, almost half of your gain, to them. That is a big no-no. The capital gains tax should be zero. So big problem I have with that. And then the worst of the worst. They want to they want to charge 25% tax on unrealized capital gains. Now, you got to understand what this means, people. Let's say you bought a stock for $100,000. It goes up to $500,000 in value. You don't take the gain. Just leave it alone. IRS wants 25% of that, of the gain. 25% of the $400,000 gain, the gain that you never took, unrealized, is $100,000. So you give the IRS $100,000 in an unrealized capital gain, a profit that you never took. You can't make this shit up. It gets worse. Let's suppose that stock goes down, to a value of $300,000 next year. Now, not only did you lose the $200,000 in value, you also lost the $100,000 that you gave to the IRS. Who would invest in this country under these circumstances? So, to my followers, please vote right. Now, this is not a political statement. This is a statement of how somebody could so financially hurt the majority of Americans that I have to say who I'm voting for. Anyone but Kamala. I could not vote for those policies under any circumstances, and I can't imagine anyone in the world could vote for those policies. It gets a lot worse. She wants to give $25,000 to every first-time home buyer. Obviously, she has to charge you and I to give $25,000 to a first-time home buyer. She wants to put price caps on food. Price caps on food. The problem with that is then you're going to have shortages in food, like when they try to do this with the price of gasoline, and then you had lines from here to Kingdom Come. People have short memories. These policies is a reason why they don't want Kamala to talk. Her policies are enough that not even a relative could vote for her with these kind of policies. Let's just talk policies. Forget all the bullshit, people. Forget the red man, the orange man. Forget she's a woman. Who cares if she's black or Indian? Policies, people. The Stockfather had to put this out there. There is no way I could vote for her. If that was a Republican goal to reach, these goals, what she's proposing, if it came from a Republican, I would not vote for that Republican, including Trump. I would not vote for him. It makes no difference. I cannot stand behind thinking that way. Because you may say to me, well, don't worry, she's not going to get that passed. There's a lot of things I thought would never happen in my life that suddenly, over the last 5 to 7 years, have happened that I thought I could never, ever believe that something like that could happen here in the United States of America. Not a chance. Let me tell you something, people. Even if you got a tiny version of that kind of nonsense, do you want to even pay 5% towards your unrealized gains? Why? What kind of a punishment is that? Again, who would invest in America? So what's the answer, people? I know there's answers. We need to hear from lawyers, accountants. How do we get around that other than leaving the country? I'd leave the country tomorrow if something like this passed. I know my family wouldn't want to leave, so that would be a problem. So I'm not going to say to you like the lying actors do, I'm leaving. And I shouldn't have to leave my country just because somebody gets elected to be president and decides to destroy my country and fleece me of my hard-earned money. No way, people. You got to wake up. You got to repost this. This has to get into every single person in the United States of America. This will destroy everything. We will all be on the food line, getting a loaf of bread and getting a piece of cheese. It's going to look like Russia, where you got to go with wheelbarrows of cash to buy a loaf of bread. Come on now. This is ridiculous. It's absurd. And this is not political. I don't care whose party that is. None. No cares whatsoever. Democrat, Republican, Independent. Those policies are insane. You can't do it. Don't put America in the hands of somebody that would do that. It's not doable. It's no wonder that JFK is going to back Trump. These are horrific policies. Horrific policies. They're not defendable. There's not 1 ounce of those ideas, not 1 ounce of it, makes sense or is fair. It is the most corrupt communism I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry, this is not political. It's about money. I promised you I would come out here if any candidate would affect you in a negative way. This would destroy everybody. Your home is the same thing. No difference. Make a big hit on your home, the house you live in, boom, give me 25%. Oh, the house you live in goes down in value? Too bad. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. How do you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. But look, stranger things have occurred. The Squad of Four somehow got elected. AOC somehow got elected. You cannot think it's not going to pass because they have ways of making things pass legally or illegally in the federal government. Legally or illegally. They make shit up as they go along. They change laws. They change laws in corrupt ways, not legal ways. They ram it down your throat. This would be horrific for America. It would be the end of America. Honestly, let's suppose I had no family here in America. If something like this passed, tomorrow, I'd leave tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'd put everything for sale because it would take more than 5 minutes for that to pass. I'd sell everything I have, take every dime I have, and get the fuck out of Dodge. I would leave America, and I ain't kidding. No freaking way. What do you think about these insane policies? And you, if you're voting for her, this sits okay with you? What's your purpose? So you can say you voted for a woman? Or a black woman? I don't know the purpose because the policies, you know the thing that the fake news media has been hiding from you? The policies are horrific. She's not going to debate Trump September 4th because policies will come up. They will lose on policies, and they should. The policies is why you vote for somebody, not the color of their skin, not their gender. Policies. Not whether they like one person or another person. Policies, people. The policies. Wake up.